Hi, this is Melanie of Pardesi Reviews, and I'm here to review with my son, Ben, Salman Khan's film, Dabangg 3.
That was kind of cool when we said it together.
If you're new to Pardesi Reviews, I do trailer reactions and film reviews of Hindi, Tamil, Malayalam, and Telugu cinema. Okay, I have a special guest today.
And lucky for you guys, I'm also an expert in those fields.
Not at all. Okay, so my son Ben has seen...
Dabangg 1. I saw the first one.
Yeah.
Well, it came out, 2010? I think.
Yeah, I think it was 9 years ago.
Yeah.
So
I saw that a few years back, just because my mom wanted me to see like a really over-the-top action one, which it obviously seemed like a pretty good choice. Unfortunately, I did not get the honor of seeing Dabangg 2, but I kind of was able to gather what was happening in Dabangg 3. He didn't really seem like he changed that much.
Well, I told him this one was going to be a prequel story anyway, so you didn't really need to know Dabangg 2. They had a lot of the same characters from the first movie. The brother was there.
The brother was there.
He's married to Sonakshi Sinha, so a lot of it was similar. The villain is new, and I was explaining to Ben that the villain, the actor is Sudeep, who is a big star in Kannada cinema, and the only film that Ben would have seen, as I explained, that he had a cameo in Bahubali, the first film.
Yeah, that's one I've seen. That's one of them.
The sword selling scene, which he completely, didn't remember that. But I thought it was funny that Salman Khan's brother in the film, his nickname is Mahie, which now I know means fly. And the big film that Sudeep has done is a film called Iga or Mahie, which means fly. And it's about, he plays the villain, and there's a hero who's reincarnated as a fly who then sets out to kill him.
Oh, cool.
I'm telling you,
I'm just kind of accepting it all at this point.
I'm telling you, that one is a crazy, fun movie. But anyway, he has a screen presence, wouldn't you agree? As a villain, I think he's really
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he really looked the part. He did a good job of playing the villain. I don't really know what else to say about it, to be honest. Like, he's very evil, and he couldn't die for most of the 2.5 hours.
Right.
Down the cliff in the car. Yeah.
Don't give too many spoilers, Ben.
I'm sorry.
Spoiler-free review.
You didn't specify that to me. What?
Okay, we're going to try to be somewhat spoiler-free.
Okay.
You can bet, though, we both laugh because Salman Khan does lose his shirt.
Oh, don't worry. Don't worry about it. It comes. Don't worry. I was sitting there waiting the whole time. I didn't even know why I was even there until the shirt came off.
Anyway, it has lots of crazy action. And has a lot of songs. This film was directed by Prabhu Deva, who I explained to Ben is known as a dancer and a choreographer and has become a film director. Mm-hmm. He's done a lot of work in the South Indian industry, but also several Hindi films. This is not his first film with Salman Khan. They did the action film Wanted together as well. Okay. There was a lot to enjoy if you're a Salman Khan fan. There was a lot of what I would call fan service. There were moments where there was the slow-mo, the fun action scenes, the punch dialogues, all the funny things that he says. And then there's a pause waiting for the audience to react, which we were with a more quiet audience. Yeah.
Yeah. There was a baby in the back too. I don't think you should bring your baby to this movie.
Okay, that's very common for Indian cinema. Yeah, I'll be going to a 10:00 show and people have their kids running around, so that is normal.
Okay, I'm still getting used to all of this. So the thing is that I enjoyed the movie. A little long for my taking, and it's just I don't have enough basis and experience in Bollywood movies to be oh, this is a good Bollywood movie versus a bad Bollywood movie. When we were in the car driving back, I said, I think I'd honestly rate that movie just a Bollywood movie out of a Bollywood movie. I I'm just not used to like how it is, so I don't know when it's done well and when it's not done well. So I don't really have a lot to base off of. So
okay, well, you have two Dabangg movies to base it off of, and I remember you really enjoyed the first one.
Okay, yeah.
I think the first one had a special magic to it, and also because it was the first time for all audiences seeing this character. Now this is the third movie seeing this character.
That's true. And like, additionally, like I don't even know if it was done better in the first movie, but like, once again, this might just be a Bollywood thing, but I felt like a lot of the scenes went like 3 minutes longer than they should have. Like, and you were saying there's a lot of pauses, which I guess is the fan service for all the Salman Khan fans. But I was like, okay.
Well, I think in general it could have used better editing because it felt long to me as well, and I've seen over 500 Indian films, so to me the film also felt long. I felt like the script was, the ideas behind it I think were good, to have a backstory of how his character got his name, some of his signature things, his necklace, why he puts his sunglasses on the back of his shirt. Those were kind of fun ideas to explore.
Yeah, of course. But I was just like, man, we've been watching this minister guy for a long time.
Yeah, the comedy with the guy that played the politician, his brother-in-law, was not funny to me at all.
It didn't really hit.
Now, there are people in our audience who are really laughing. I don't know who the actor is. Maybe he's famous from TV or something, and it just, people laugh just seeing him. I don't know. But some of the comedy fell flat for me. There were a lot of love songs. Normally, I like a lot of songs, but, we're waiting for Prabhu Deva to have a cameo, or at least I was waiting for him to have a dancing cameo with Salman Khan, and it comes late in the film, and it was a kind of song, kind of an item number. Frankly, I felt like it could have been an end credit song that just played while the credits are playing at the end. Frequently they do that. If there's a song that has nothing to do with anything else, sometimes they'll just put it at the end, and if you want to stay and watch it, you can, or it's on YouTube or whatever. It had nothing to do with anything in the plot, and it really took you out of any tension that might have been building at that point as to, what was going to happen with the evil villain and all of that.
I mean, there's a point where the one time I went to the bathroom during the movie, they were starting up another love song, and I guess it was just really easy because, there was technically, is it a spoiler to say there were two love interests throughout the movie?
It's not a spoiler. It's not a spoiler because we knew Sonakshi Sinha was going to play his wife, and we knew this young debut actress, Saiee, was going to be in the flashback scenes. We knew that going in. Okay. And I had a real issue. They used CGI, which you wouldn't have recognized then, but because I have seen old Salman Khan movies, they used CGI to de-age Salman. So for the flashback scenes, he still looks as big and bulky, which he didn't when he was young, early in his career. But his face, they made him look younger, but it still was jarring to me. I actually came home and looked up the age of the actress, and she's 21. But she's the kind of woman that looks really young. Like, she looks like she was 16. And so, to me, I had a hard time getting past that. She didn't have a lot to do. They were trying to make it that she was so intelligent. She had all of these chess trophies.
She's going to be a doctor.
Yeah, she's gonna be a doctor. They were trying to have all this women empowerment, and yet her part was not written very strongly that she had much to do except be someone to have a love song with and to be kidnapped. And so it was frustrating because part of it was the way her part was not written, a lot to it, and I just contrast it with how much personality Sonakshi Sinha had in her film in Dabangg against Salman Khan, and it just wasn't the same.
Yes. And I thought it was also kind of weird, once again, I don't really have a basis, but I swear to God, there was a love scene before the item song, right? And then because there was just another love interest, I guess, just in the one song, and that even more took us out of it, where it's okay, Salman Khan is just dancing with this other girl now,
Yeah, Ben is not really familiar with item numbers. I was
got it, yeah.
I was explaining.
I'm a fool!
No, you're not a fool. It's just there was no reason for them to necessarily be in that bar, and he was singing. You're right. He was singing like a love song.
Yeah.
To the girl in the bar.
Very touchy too. It was weird.
Well, sometimes
like 2 wines.
Sometimes there's a reason for the hero to go into a bar. There's a reason for it, and I've seen it incorporated very well. And sometimes it's just an item number for fun. But it was odd, you're right, in the placement immediately after a love song with Sonakshi's character. So it just that was another thing that was odd about it. In general, I just felt like the film could have been tightened up. Individual scenes I had enjoyment from. He always has fun with an action scene, and there's a lot of special effects of Foley sounds to make every crunch.
Yeah. The fight scenes are still ridiculous. They're what you want. At certain points, I was just like, "Is this too much?" But I think it was just enough. I think
it was a little much sometimes, but it's Salman Khan and
the whole like neck thing, where he like wrote his name on the guy.
Yeah, learn my name. Here it is. Who did this?
This guy.
There were some really fun moments in the action, but it was a lot. It wasn't the kind of film where there's only a couple of big action scenes and then they're really impactful. It was, there were so many
like
but when we got to that last climactic battle between Sudeep's character and Salman, there were still surprises. I won't say what it was, but even I was like, whoa.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was fun. It was fun. All right, so not as good as the first Dabangg to me.
How about compared to the second Dabangg?
Okay, now you're putting me on the spot.
Oh.
I think it goes 1, 2, 3 for me. I mean, the first one is the most special one, and so this is an average film. It doesn't quite have the specialness of the first Dabangg. But I mean, the music is good. It's just a lot of songs in it. And I was more watching all the background dancers. There was one song where Salman does this kind of dance where he's falling on his knees, and it looked kind of awkward to me.
They did it for so long. They did it twice. Where like it was just Salman just falling on his knees, then getting up, falling on his knees, and like everyone in the back was going crazy. Actually, I would even say not even that one. There was a handful of moments where like Salman had like the floor to like do like a special dance, and I'm sorry, but it was just kind of like, oh, okay, like that was strange.
I mean, he's getting a little older and stiffer, and he's kind of making reference to dance moves that he's done.
I've seen better worms, is basically what I'm saying. I've seen a better worm. I'm sorry.
He still, though, has the presence, and especially like some of those opening big dance numbers. He still has it.
Yeah. You did really well in the beginning. You really had it. But overall, it was definitely a movie, and it was definitely from the country of India. Correct?
It totally was.
Salman Khan was in the movie, and there were some other people in it. I even got the Shah Rukh Khan references.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
I got those. Yes.
There was a scene where Salman Khan in the flashback sees that his love interest has a DDLJ poster on her wall, and so he's like, "Well, who do you like?"
Yeah.
And so I was proud of my son for getting that reference.
Thank you. I think it really came together. I won't spoil the joke, but they do a good job of ending it. It's very funny.
They do. All right, thanks Ben for joining me, coming to the movies. Hopefully, if you ever join me in
at a 10:30 a.m. movie, I had to wake up a little early, but it needed to happen. It truly did. I've been wanting to be back in a video for a while. Honestly, like, I don't think my friends would probably get to this point in the video, but like they love the one that I was in. They love it so much, and I'm really happy to be back. and I'll probably be back again at some point.
Yeah, that we did a review, a trailer reaction.
We did a trailer reaction last winter break.
To Viswasam. Yeah.
That one. With the shoes.
Yeah, with the shoes. What did you call them? The sick kit.
The sick kicks. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, that was an Ajit movie. So that was also a very mass kind of trailer with a lot of dances and a lot of fights and attitude. Yeah. Yes. Anyway, well, thanks for joining me, Ben. So I want to know what you think about this movie. Let me know in the comments below when you've had a chance to see it. We went to the first show here in Chicago, and it was it was in a smaller theater because the big theaters are reserved for Star Wars this weekend.
Yeah.
But it was pretty full for a 10:30 a.m. showing. I was pretty impressed how many people were there. All right, let me know what you think in the comments below. Follow me on Twitter at
Oh, sorry, you finished. Sorry.
Follow me on Twitter at PardeziYT. Subscribe here to Pardesi Reviews.
And please keep on commenting on how funny I am. That's my favorite part. Someone said I looked like Eminem. The resemblance is uncanny, right?
I think it's because you were wearing...
I was wearing a beanie in the last video. This is what my hair looks like for the fans.
You were wearing a black knit cap last time.
It was a blue cap, and it was the black sweatshirt.
Okay,
I've seen the video multiple times since my friends always want to see it. But yeah, just compliment me in the comments below. It'll make my day, week, month, year, decade, century.
All right, thanks a lot, Ben.